This might sound scary, right? What? I have to repeat 2 pages exactly as they were? No, you don't have to do that. Don't worry. I'm not that cruel to suggest that you repeat everything word to word. No. What you have to do is, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. How are you all? I hope that you're really good, you're doing great, and your English learning is going good. Well, today I am going to tell you something really great. The RRR technique to practice your English speaking so that you can become fluent in English. Now, what is this RRR method, technique, formula, whatever you'd like to call it? Well, you must have heard about the RRR movie, the Triple R movie. That is the Indian movie which is winning hearts all over the world, especially the Natu Natu song of the movie RRR. S.S. Rajamouli sir has created a grandeur in the world of film and movies. With this movie, RRR, he has set a benchmark for the years and years to come. And our song, Natu Natu song, has won the award of Best Song at the Oscars 2023. Isn't it great? So when this movie came and when this news came out that RRR is winning hearts all over the world and our song Natu Natu has won the prize at Oscars, I decided to create this RRR formula for all of you. And I'm sure, like the movie, this formula is going to be a super hit formula for you to practice your English speaking. Well, this formula is designed for you to become fluent in English. Our main purpose of learning English is so that we can speak it fluently. We can speak English in a very effective manner, isn't it? This formula is going to be really helpful for you in order to speak fluent English and also learn English effectively, and this formula is going to improve your English speaking skills a lot. So let's get started about this formula. Well, as you can see, triple R or RRR. In this formula, each R stands for a step, right? That means in this formula, there are 3 steps. Please remember 3 steps. Well, in these 3 steps, the first step is, the first R stands for read. That is reading. Reading is very important whenever you're learning English. Not just English, when you're learning any new language, reading matters a lot. So the first step is that you have to read. Read every day. Read English content. I'm not saying that pick up a book and read that. No, you can read any content in English. It can be a newspaper. It can be a novel. It can be a book. It can be an article. It can be a short story. Maybe a poem if you would want to, read a poem. If you like reading poems, you can read a poem. No issues. But read something in English. That is the target. That is reading English. Because when you're reading English, you are interacting with the language. And when you interact with language, you get to know a lot of vocabulary through the reading. And you also get to know how language works while reading. Because you are just not reading separate things. You're not just taking up tenses and then learning them. You're not just taking up nouns and learning them. No, you are learning language as a whole. That is, you're interacting with the language. You get to know how each component of language is used in a sentence. So you get to learn a variety of sentences. And this naturally builds on to your English speaking skills. Also to your English language skills, right? So that you can speak fluent English. When you read for 1 time, for 2 times maybe, you will not find that big of a difference. But if you continue this for a month, you are going to see a big difference in your English language skills. You will see that you're more natural with this language, English language, just because of reading. Read for 5 minutes daily. That is the first R. Read for 5 minutes daily. Now, the R number 2. So, number 2 is repeat. Now, what is repeating? What we have to repeat? You must be thinking that, right? So, basically what you have to do is, you have to repeat whatever you have read. Not exactly, not word to word. This might sound scary, right? What? I have to repeat 2 pages exactly as they were. No, you don't have to do that. Don't worry. I'm not that cruel to suggest that you repeat everything word to word. No. What you have to do is you have to summarize whatever you have read. Summarize it in your own words, right? Use your own words, use your own vocabulary. If you can remember some words from particular thing, whatever you have read, use that too. You have to summarize whatever you have read in 1 minute. At least you have to speak for 1 minute. So that you know that you have at least spoken for 1 minute, what you can do is you can set a timer. Take out your smartphone, set a timer for 1 minute. So the goal is you should at least speak for 1 minute. Only then it is going to be beneficial. Now what you're going to do is whatever language knowledge that you gained from reading that particular text, particular paragraph, article, whatever it was, you are practicing it. That is, you are implementing it practically. You're doing your speaking practice. Summarizing it in your own words. When you summarize that particular paragraph, particular thing that you read in your own words, you are actually building on your own vocabulary. Whatever you have read, you are strengthening it. So it's going to be there in your mind for longer time, right? So you can retain it for a long time, and you will be able to use it in your daily conversation and whenever you're speaking in English again. So by doing this, you're freezing all those words or those sentences in your mind, in your brain, and you will be able to recall them quite quickly next time when you're speaking in English. So that is the goal, to give you some kind of speaking practice, because our end goal of learning English is to speak it. We learn English why? Because we need to communicate with this language. This language is means of communication in the modern world, and we need to communicate with this language, and in order to communicate we need to speak it out. We need to speak this language. So for doing that, we have to improve our speaking skills. So speaking practice, the second R, gives you the opportunity to improve your speaking skills. You are improving your speaking skills, right? You are improving the way you speak, your confidence while speaking, your body language, and it also gives you a lot more opportunity to speak more content. So speaking more content, that means you're speaking fluently. As the time will go on, you'll become more fluent with this particular practice. So practice it, repeat it. Repeat means practice. So the point number 2, that is the R number 2, is repeat whatever you have read in your own words. Now the last R. What is the R number 3? The R number 3 is recall. Now what you have to do is you have to recall any word that you did not understand. Recall any word that you did not understand while reading. Now search for the meaning of that word. Don't search a meaning of the word when you are reading the text. No, read it completely. Don't stop. Don't search for any meaning. When you're on the first step, that is reading, don't stop. Read it out completely and then speak, summarize. Now the R number 3 is when you're going to search for the words that you don't know. You're going to recall, this was the particular word I didn't know. So peek out. I didn't know what this word peek out meant, right? This particular collocation, peek out. So peek out is, that is, when you just look like, oh, what's happening outside, from a small area, you're looking out behind, kind of you are investigating kind of something, right? So that is the thing, peek out. To look out from a small area, small opening, that is peek out. So if you don't know this, recall it. Oh, this was the word I didn't know when I was reading. Now go on the internet, search the meaning and write it down somewhere. Maintain a vocabulary diary. That I always suggest in my videos, that you need to maintain a vocabulary diary. So take out your diary and write the word, write the meaning, and also speak out a sentence with that particular word to freeze your whatever you have read, to freeze it in your memory and to understand how to use it in the practical English. So do this, recall the word, learn the meaning, and this is going to improve your vocabulary a lot. Trust me, this is going to improve your vocabulary a lot. So you get to learn new meanings, right? New words, your vocabulary is improving, your speaking skills are improving, you're reading English, that is, your knowledge of English language is also improving. So this is a complete package. This triple R technique is a complete package to improve your speaking skills. So I hope that you are going to use this triple R method to practice English speaking, and you are going to improve it definitely. So if you give time to practice, if you give time to yourself for some improvement, you are going to get some results. Definitely you are going to get results. Don't worry about it. So practice your English with triple R method and keep on learning, keep on practicing with a smile, with some positivity. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Shivangi Gupta and I'm going to see you in the next video with a new topic, a new lesson. Till then, take care and bye.